Everybody, introduction freeze frame.
Hello everybody, welcome again to another episode of Too Many 20's. I'm your host Arron Litchfield. We've got a consort of players going on here, and we've got another epic episode coming together for you. As we have a game of Too Many 20's where many dice are rolled, a few people are killed, maybe not the right people, but also there are too many 20's.
I don't like it when the DM says people are killed before the game has started.
Yeah.
Considering the last episode, I think you can't say anything.
Well, some of them were already dead.
Back off. Tim
Technically.
didn't do any of the significant
That wasn't in the last episode. And he's still
My
alive.
last episode, I'm worried about all of you.
He's still alive.
We took down a
Stupid.
horde.
Dear oh dear.
I lost 5.
I did eat your eyes.
As I said, worried about all of you. Okay.
So you say, I want to look into you, like into your soul. I don't think it means like your eyes.
I still have eyes.
If everybody remembers what happened last episode, they fought the wizard that I seem to have a problem with, and absolutely destroyed him as Grenwill ripped his head off, and not quickly. Well, after feeding him psychedelics.
And laughter.
What a way to go, eh?
What a way to go, laughing and ripping balls.
He died happy.
When you put it like that,
I don't
it
think
sounds
he
bad.
And then you
So
slow
yes, Zype's supposed enemy wizard was destroyed, and Grimwill's eyes popped out. Eyes popped out after he drank one of his own brews, and his eyes grew back. But so aren't seemingly his eyes.
I'm not selling my brews.
As now as the group is
Okay,
heading
you
back
should.
to Fandolin, they have found that they are seemingly pursued by a humanoid purple bat creature. However, as Viridon has pointed them out to this danger, they are not quite sure what to do, but, well, when has that ever stopped them?
We knew it was hard to blindfold him. The rest is...
As we begin. So, as
Just
the...
blindfold our main
Imagine
fighter.
talking as like a psychiatrist. I can imagine talking to a psychiatrist, and it's just, man, that's been a rough couple of years. Like, no, that was all today.
Okay, so, as you're all heading down the road, Viridon has seemingly just faded into the bushes, into the shrubbery. It's about 11 a.m, I'd say, kind of morning time. You've spotted the purplish thing flying above and then disappearing into the other side of the forest. So, whatever you decide at this point.
We found the bugbear.
I've
just
decapitated
the bugbear's
bugbear.
That's right, and there was a bugbear that was headless, and
Had a
you
G.
sliced off a section of its skin that for some reason had a G cut into it.
Like,
Is it wearing any clothes?
Yes, it's wearing the bugbear loincloth.
I searched the bugbear.
Oh, you don't
Oh,
want
You find things you don't want to
By
mention.
shaking it.
it. Okay. Oh.
As always.
the bugbear?
So you got the upside down.
Okay, wait, you holding it upside down or just by the head?
Let's pick it up by the leg.
By the head.
It's got no head.
It hasn't got a head.
We need
Exactly,
to
I pick it up by the leg. And just shake it upside down, like always.
Okay, as you grab him upside down, you shake him and just a bit falls out of the stump of the head. Most of it's seemingly congealed at this point. Seemingly the flow is mostly staunch, but as you shake it, you're forcing a little bit out. It goes bleeds out slightly, but no, nothing particularly.
Nothing falls out of his pockets.
Nope.
Loincloth.
There's nothing on him.
Like, there was a G carved into his chest.
I think he was a gangster.
Here's the G.
Like, who
Like Price is Right.
What could have done that?
Someone with a name beginning with G.
Something knew what it was doing.
Like. What's your name? Gremor.
You didn't know.
I
You
can't
didn't
see-
know
I
you're
talked
pointing.
to you like once. I don't know your
You
name.
didn't know you're pointing to.
Yeah, you're pointing. I'm blind. I've got a blind.
What's his name?
What's a G?
That letter
It's a
shape.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Skin flap.
It's like a drawing
Okay.
of a G.
Like,
That's how you draw a G.
I concentrate very hard on the G to try and learn it.
It's a G.
the only G I can think of is glass stuff.
G.
But what business does he have with killing a
Circle.
bugbear?
Like a
We don't even know. Well, we don't even particularly know if he's still alive.
I bet you 2 gold he's gone when we get back.
Ew.
Last time. I bet he was trying to leave when we were on watch in the tavern.
He'd already
So
gone,
he's
hadn't he?
No, he was still there when we left, didn't he? Wasn't he?
We're still down now.
Last
No,
time I
Silver.
checked, he was imprisoned.
He was in prison. Oh yeah. You know, me and my keen minds just.
That
Yeah.
keen mind.
Like, we're the rest of us so screwed.
Yeah.
Unless
Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. I just remembered wrong.
unless Grohl came out of his cave to kill him. Well, this could be
Are
Grohl.
we looking for things that start
Maybe he
with good?
carved it into his own chest.
Yes.
Maybe.
Like Grenville.
That's
Like Grenwell.
Did you?
Grenwell!
Did you do
If
this?
Grohl came out.
I say to you on my shoulders.
I don't even. I go.
Okay.
If Grohl had come to do that himself, that's a big target to go in the middle of town, find him, and attempt to kill him. I don't trust his intelligence that much.
Could be my dad.
Unless he was working for someone else.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Grimwell's Venwell.
Yeah.
Instant suspicion.
We already know that there's other people helping him. So possibly in return, they said, we'll help you get your cave back if you do this for us.
Yeah.
And someone else got to him on the way.
Who was helping him? What did it was spiders,
Black
spiders,
spider.
black spiders, and something else. I think it was just other goblins.
Use that keen mind.
Yeah, bugbears, hobgoblins, black spiders.
Spiders is S.
Black spider.
Mm.
Like that.
That's still us.
Hobgoblins has got a gut in it.
It has.
Well, they
Have
did.
you?
I've got another
Oh, got the H.
gun.
The what?
A god or something?
That's the beginning bit.
Oh,
from the
That's
sides.
it's like 2
Mentions
sticks
a god or something?
with another
goblins?
stick.
Can you draw it in the ground?
Oh, English lesson.
Great calligraphy.
It's just as good as your drawing of the crab man.
Could it be goblin?
I don't know what you've drawn.
Goblin did this.
Goblin.
Okay,
I think goblin could have
What-
killed the goblin.
that's the things that begin with A.
Rouge?
You want to say Groot?
Doesn't make any sense.
Rouge.
Rouge.
Rouge. Oh, I've got the M.
Rouge, yeah.
Maybe try lowercase.
I'm sure the goblin we spoke to talked about Rouge, saying that he decides something.
This is going nowhere.
Can I roll religion to know if I know this god?
What's this one?
Roll your
also-
religion.
This looks quite different.
There's 2 shows.
12.
with each.
He is a heathen god worshipped
I
by
don't know if
goblins
we
and goblinoids.
Goblin would worship Grimshaw, right?
What's that?
Oh, wow.
Big goblin.
Disgusting.
So it might
In
not
his
be-
eyes, heathen god.
What?
Oh, right.
All comes to heathen.
I don't know.
Except for yours.
Except for mine. Yeah.
The
And the other good.
The bugbears tend to
This is
brand
confusing.
themselves. Takes years to learn.
Right, I have no idea what if this is
You don't know
Grimshaw's
much about
I think they
bugbears.
might do.
I did have a successful history check on them.
That is right, you did.
No,
How much do you remember from bugbears?
That was ages ago.
Did you write it down?
I think I had about 3 seconds.
Yeah,
So I was
3 seconds worth of memory.
This is why Tim and I never know what's going on.
Oh,
Did you manage to teach uppercase and lowercase?
No.
Did
Before I thought
Uppercase,
lowercase.
The matter became confused when I asked why, and she drew a Y.
As you've been walking, having this conversation, you find yourselves at that fort, and Phandalin is just a little bit just over a hill and away now. Not too far away.
Fine, but what's coming down?
As you get there, you see what looks to be the sounds of timber and sawing and as though something, as though people seem to be building something. And you hear, "Hur, hur, hur."
They made it powerful now.
It's
Who
hydraulic.
knows? You don't know. You can only hear it.
Powered by a water wheel.
Yeah. Really
It's
fast.
just a guy making
water.
noises as he cuts.
I can't cut unless I go. Okay. And as you get close, that sound of timber and construction is going on. And as you make it to the main gate, seems to be standard militia. And they're just like, heroes.
Eve, no?
That's us.
Hi.
Wouldn't go quite that far.
Good morning.
Oh,
Just a man
Morning.
got
How are you doing today?
I don't know.
Heroes?
I
Only
don't
in
know.
the now.
How are you doing out here?
I bless.
Bored.
What's the noise?
What are they
well
building?
done.
Oh, didn't you hear? There's a new company building back where, what was their name? The Thornton place. Somebody building over that.
What's
the
the
company's name?
name? Yeah.
Company, I don't know, just some company. I don't know. I'm a little curious though. They got a bunch of orc builders.
They got a big thing with them.
What was the
What?
box name?
They got a big thing with them, like a man looking
Using
thing.
orc.
But
There
big.
was an orc.
Why was it all?
Are you using words?
We met this guy who was like,
Oh, no, we
Big.
didn't, I don't even met him.
he
but
was
we
chopping
heard of
up a tree and he tried to plant Alistair. So he said
I
he
think I might
was,
have seen him for a while, but I ain't seen him in a long time.
The ogre was trying
That's
to
not a
collect
diesel.
something for tin tusk.
Heard of it now?
Tin tusk.
On behalf of someone else.
I don't have
Tin
tusks.
tusk.
We need to know the name. We need to
Oh no,
find-
timber tusk. Yeah, he supposedly he's in charge.
We need to find out the name of this.
Supposedly
Is
he's in
he
charge
one of the
this.
orcs?
Yeah, he's the orc in charge of it. I mean, he was quick to pronounce himself. He's very proud of himself by the looks of it.
He mentioned
Do
the
I
name.
know anything about orcs?
That's up in a fight.
How tasty are they?
Yeah, I think
Probably
that's his
not.
one
Come on,
first
you
thing.
worry me.
Well,
I think that's
they
Tim's
taste
first
like
goal.
they taste like mushroom.
Like
That's a
quarter.
40k reference.
Copyright. Beep that out.
It tastes like
Are there many people out in the town? Are there many people
What?
around?
Yes, there is more
More
hustle
so
and
than
bustle. Commerce is
they
very
used to be.
active. As people actually seem happy around the place. It doesn't seem like the place is being taken over and drudgery held over by thugs.
Try the water.
Although you do see that the darkness is still swirling around the manor itself. That seemingly has come back.
Is there any running water or pump?
There's a well.
Okay.
Do with a bath.
You don't know that. I'm just, no,
Yeah,
Maybe we should
I'm
report
not
back to the mayor, to the Lord Master.
I wasn't going to eat you.
No, that
Probably.
would seem to make sense.
Right, let's get our story straight.
What would be passed on the way through the town?
I feel like on the 2 days
On the way
here
to the
we've
town?
probably figured
Wait,
out
town hall.
what we're doing.
You wouldn't really pass anyway. You pass Limine's place. Her
Have we been in?
warehouse of all kinds of weapons and crap.
Can I actually, can I leave you guys to talk to them? I want to pop in there quickly.
Okay.
What would it mean?
Want to look into, what was it? The names, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I'll pop in there. I'll just leave them to it.
Mm-hmm. So you're just going on your own.
I go with, but I stay outside.
Okay.
Just hang around.
Okay, I don't know, she's outside.
I'm going wherever too.
You want me to spread the news to the mayor?
You've got it.
So we'll go to the mayor, it's fine.
I feel like we get on reasonably well.
Sure. Okay.
Oh yes, you and your shared love of beards.
Okay,
Forgot about that.
That was
I'm
gross.
just gonna have to make sure. I'm just gonna have to be careful he doesn't touch me
I
this
blocked
time.
that out.
I'll stay at the back.
Send him a text, mate.
Send him a text. Yeah, we have technology for this.
What about it?
No, just saying that's what I remembered.
Okay. Cool.
Good to
Awesome.
I'm so proud of myself.
I remembered all this.
Trust me, I remember nothing. This is so miracle.
Yeah, keep in mind, it's bleeding over. Okay, but so you head into the place as you open it up, and seems standard, a little bit dusty smell as you head inside, and it's lit standardly. Weapons dotting the place. The 2 ballistas pointed at the door, still there, and you do see that they are still armed. However, this time as you look, you do see that there is a piece of string leading all the way back to the front desk. It's like, oh, what can I do for you? As you see, Lillian just sat there, slick back hair, just like, got her feet up.
Hey, I've got an interesting proposition. How are you?
Don't swing that way, but whatever.
Okay, I can ask.
She just runs a finger through her shock red hair.
I don't know what that. Okay. How are you? How good are you working silver?
Pretty good at working silver, why do you ask?
Would you be able to make a couple weapons out of silver?
Oh, I'll be able to, certainly. Could you afford it? That's the question.
Do you know anywhere who could trade in higher tier or lower tier coins for silver? I have gold on me. I only need silver.
So you're telling me that you're trying to silver something based off of the silver coins? You're trying to destroy our economy, I see.
I don't have any. Where would you recommend getting silver then?
That's a good question, actually.
Do you recommend before you mention coins?
Well, I suppose I do have this silvered weapon. This dagger right here. She holds up a dagger. It seemingly is carved completely out of silver. It's very brittle though, should warn you. It'll break off easily if you don't use it carefully.
No, it's not for me. Do you have any swords of that stuff or
Swords?
a silver sword or silver lined or anything like that?
Silver sword? Do you know how hard it was to get enough silver for a dagger?
I assume if you sell it, you get more money in return, and you're making profit.
I'm just gonna sat around, aren't you?
She You don't know weapons, do you? And apparently not much about money either. She looks and gestures over to your big platinum staff that's got gems all over the tip of it.
No enough.
I'm sure you do, Silver Spoon. It's hard enough to get enough for a single dagger.
Yeah.
Now, I suppose if you gave me about 50 silver pieces, and then if I melted that down, I could edge a blade for you, but that blade would be expensive to commission for that.
Okay.
That'd be a good 100 gold in a couple of days. I've got 10 foot of steel, so you can put the silver in with the rest of it.
Alright. And how much for the dagger as well?
You want a dagger? 200.
Okay. Hold on. To the dagger.
You'd also need to give me that 50 silver that you want put into the sword.
Yeah, I was. Well, yeah,
Sword itself would be 10 gold.
So where would you recommend then?
For what?
Yeah, you know this area better than me. What would you say is the best guess of getting?
Of getting silver? Well, you can check the mountains. I don't know. There's no mines nearby.
Silver mine.
There's no mines nearby that I know about.
I was like, I'm not. As you can probably see, I'm not really a commissioned miner.
You don't say.
So
Yeah, be killed.
where would you suggest? Do you know anyone who could?
Well, I did just say
there-
that I
is there a
could silver up some gold silver if you give it to me. You give me.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah.
You give me 5 gold
I feel mixed
pieces.
up.
You give me
Key
5
lines
gold
up here,
pieces, I
that's
can
fine.
go to the bank, get them changed out for silver, done dish done.
This is so much more painful than it needs to be.
You're telling me?
Yeah, okay.
Where can I buy a silver weapon?
I do remember the conversation with Tim went a lot easier than this.
That's because you took Shula with him. Who stood outside wondering what's taking so bloody long.
Okay, so I said, yeah. Essentially, how much was the sword and the dagger? How much together?
200 for the dagger. 100 if you want a... Well, 150 if you want a sword silver.
How much for a dagger silvered? I don't.
As in
This
a-
is silver!
Silver. How is that 200 and the other sword is 150?
It's pure silver!
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how much for a dagger that has been silver edged as opposed
This is
to a
us
full
talking.
silver dagger? Where the voice of reason descends from the heavens.
You're going very quite
50
hard
gold
for that.
pieces for a silver dagger, but you would also need to give me 20 silver to silver it. By the way, I was just busting your balls about it, breaking the economy, don't worry. I don't care about the economy, just give me gold.
I'll just get the sword then.
The one merchant we traffic.
Okay. Plonks a standard longsword. 10 gold.
10 gold. 10 gold.
Thank you.
I mean, she's literally.
She's it. Right, 10 gold. There's your sword.
How much silver?
Now, if you give me 50 gold, I can put that, turn it into silver, and after silver, a blade.
Okay.
And then that'll be 200 gold for the commission to silver the blade.
Oh,
250 gold.
I'm
Sorry,
looking
Melissa,
to
yeah.
see what's taking
The
so
price
long.
is increasing.
It's increasing a
The
lot.
price is increasing a lot here.
Alistair, you okay?
She said from the start, 200 gold for the commission of the actual blade.
I thought you
and
talked about the
50 gold.
dagger. That's what I was.
No, and 50 gold to get into silver.
Everything alright, Alistair?
I'm very tired.
What are you buying?
Help this muppet out.
What are you buying?
I need to get a silvered sword for you.
How much is a
Or
silver?
for everyone.
How much is a silver sword for me?
If you got the sword, 250 gold.
Do you have 250 gold?
No, I have 170.
We do it for 170.
There's their problem.
Does it matter how I present the sword to you in order to do the job as to what the price would be?
If there's a veiled way of saying, what if you threaten me with it, that ain't gonna work.
So I look at the corners. Point at the.
As you turn around and see that there are ballistas
Pointed at.
down. You.
Right.
As you see the strings leading from the back of them onto the back, as you
Right.
turn back around, and she's holding both of them.
Let's go finish. I've got the sword. We'll finish the job. We'll get paid. Then we'll come back.
I appreciate the idea of a present, but
We do need
weird
the
way of
sword.
doing it.
That we do need that, and I can't use it. So
No.
You can probably edge your dagger with that.
I just take him by the shoulders and guide him blubbering out the shop.
Bye!
It's
Probably
a
screech a lot.
normal sword for now.
Just
I
a,
have no use for it.
what sort of sword?
It's what sword is a long sword or
Just a standard longsword.
okay, a long sword.
Nothing
Good.
special about it.
Another
Yeah.
long sword. Perfect. Times two.
Your AC increases because of the amount of sword.
Shunk, shunk,
I don't-
shunk. Axis.
I got the hand direction of the others. That was so much more painful. Don't stop throwing numbers at me. I'm dyslexic. Okay, I was like,
That's discounting.
dear. And yet you didn't want anybody else coming in.
as I thought it was going to be like, okay, it's going to be this much. There you go, done.
That's what it was! That's what I did! Let's go get a bath and a drink.
Are you okay?
Really
not
sure.
Should we come back to this in a minute?
So,
okay.
at the
what's the
mayor's
best
house-
is the team?
At the mayor's office.
2 minutes.
Meanwhile,
Whereas you had made it to the town hall.
Yeah, we've gone to see the mayor.
Okay, as you made it to the town hall, everything seems quite calm. Everything seems as it was, no particular problems. Again, you hear that sound of like construction in the background, slamming of hammers, sawing of wood. For some reason, like
Is the town hall open? Like, can you just walk in, or do you have to?
open for anyone to walk in.
Okay.
Although it does look like a repurposed bank. And you head inside once again.
It's pretty close.
Enormous fella.
Depends what you want.
Sat at the table. Big beard lazing down over his gut. Just sat there, just surveying the place as he has two rather burly looking men behind him.
Is either one of them Sildar?
Hmm?
Was either one of them
Sildar
Sildar?
won.
No,
Ain't
neither
got
of those
his
is
head.
Sildar.
I walk up to the mayor.
I'm blindfolded on top.
No,
Yeah, with Grenville still sat on me blindfolded.
With my
Ducks
nunchucks
to
out
get
because
in.
I still feel like I need to be prepared.
Opens the doorway.
Perception, Tim.
12.
You do notice very slightly as you head on over to the guy with the gnome on your shoulders. You do see him look up for a second and lick his lips.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought, yeah.
What can I do for you?
Hello.
Is that the...
We done the thing. You wanted us to go get some information.
Oh yeah.
The thing. We did that. There
Wow.
was a bunch of dead people, and there was a strange wizard guy, and he was bringing them back. And then we said, "Go away," and now he's not there anymore.
We've dealt with it.
And all the dead things are dead.
Roll me a deception.
Oh no.
I mean, that's mostly true.
Just a few things hidden.
19.
Oh,
Good roll.
You wanted to catch on that.
Very good roll. I suppose it's not too bad. Okay. Well, you've done your job, so. As he clicks his fingers, it's not even a clicking sound, just a slapping wet. Yeah. Pay the man! And just plonks down, hefty sack full of, well, it sounds like coins.
Hey, Shula,
Mm-hmm.
how much is this?
Can I count it?
not that it's going to be...
Okay, once you want to open it up and count it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Roll me an investigation.
19.
By rough counting, as like the gold coins shine out in front of you, you could make out maybe seems like about 50 gold pieces each.
50 gold each.
Yep.
Is that what we said?
That's too much. That's fuzzy gone.
I think that's more than you said before, so I'm just going to be like, oh, thank you.
It's fine.
I'd like to make sure that the people who do my jobs are paid.
That's very nice of you.
Being paid now?
Is
Yeah. I'm sorry, you talking to me?
is Glassstaff still...
Oh, yes, I've got actually some very good news about that. Yes, you were so pleased about kidnapping the great and powerful Glassstaff. I kidnapped the Black Spider.
Pardon?
Oh, that's good.
We've got the Black Spider in custody right now.
Well
He
done.
said he'd be in trade for the Glassstaff, but hey, why not have the kingpin of the operation as opposed to the little paw?
Where did you find him?
He came in, said he'd offer himself up in exchange for us freeing Glassstaff. Who cares about Glassstaff if we've got the man in charge?
Do you have both of them?
No! I'm a man of my word.
You said you had good news.
Black spiders and good news.
Last time is gone now.
Last
That's
time
all
I checked,
Oh,
and
gee,
because
it's gone.
Glassstaff told me as much, Glassstaff answered to the Black Spider.
That's true, I think.
So
Isn't it?
why is that a bad trade-off? I'm a banker. I know what a good trade-off is.
Is
Don't
Black...
make decisions for us, you sick freak. I remember what you said.
You feel safe 6 foot up, don't you?
Roll perception.
You can't even see him!
Exactly.
Disadvantage. You disadvantage blind.
Perception isn't necessarily on eyesight.
Okay. Oh god.
9.
Still.
You hear him lick his lips.
I look down at him. and I lick my lips.
Oh god.
You don't have lips.
A connoisseur, I see.
Did he actually just say that?
A connoisseur, I see.
Oh god.
How long does I get it? Because I'm terrified this is going to
Disgusting
go
bastard.
somewhere worse.
I mean, you were there for at least an hour.
You guys at this point have caught up.
Yeah.
What about
Not the length of that conversation you haven't said.
You're kind of just wandering in the back as this conversation is
Okay.
happening.
You're still at. So is that a silver dagger?
Wanting it to lie.
What's the difference between silver and silvered?
I didn't know whether it was like silver was like was a pure one or the silvered was like a lined one.
It's not cool.
All right.
We're still having that conversation.
What
I don't
about
think much conversation about it on the way there.
what about the deal we made then?
What was that?
You're a man of your word.
Yes, I am. What's your point?
We wanted to get rid of some rubble, do you recall?
Rubble?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, my mind is foggy. Remind me.
The ruins burnt down.
Yes?
You said, the man of your word. We come back with information, you'd hand it over.
I suppose
return
all
for
right.
money.
There you go. The deed to the sleeping giant. Plonks it down on the table, and it's like fairly greasy now piece of paper with the writing, necessary writing on it. That gives you the deed to the sleeping giant.
Looks at it like, picks it up.
It's a little
Thanks.
see-through.
I'm actually laughing.
I don't think this is what I
Can we clarify that this is? Are we remembering correct, or is this in character giving him the wrong thing? Because it was the ruins of the chapel that he was
You know, you
after.
was the chapel.
Oh, yeah.
The voice descends.
Yeah. Yeah, give that back, give that back, give that back. You get one deed per good job done.
One good deed deserves another.
I appreciate
I need
it.
to pay you later for what you've done on your shoulders. I'm hungry. Other deed. Yes, this one. Plonks down on the table.
I read this one very carefully.
And this one seems to be for the destruction of the chapel.
To clarify, is this for destroying the chapel? Or
No,
is
this is
the
for,
ownership of the
this is
grounds?
for the destroyed chapel.
He's got loads of deeds.
Oh, he's got all the deeds. He's the town master.
Okay.
Yes. I'm surprised, though, that you want the place destroyed. I could have sworn you'd want the sleeping giant.
Well,
Right.
maybe.
Why?
We'll
What's
try
like the
would
and
you
see.
sleeping
want
giant?
Well, sister, well, I don't know. You're consorting a lot. Religious types. What's her name? What's her name? Sister Grail, sir. Yes, Sister Grail.
Not big a rail now.
Yeah, she wanted the place for the sleeping giant. Said she had a plan for that or something. It's not my business. My business is money, not religion and hobbledy-gobbledy up in the sky.
I think he means you.
I don't know, are we there yet or?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
You're
we're
there.
there.
I look around again at the former decoration of what this place used to be.
Considering the well-polished marble, it does look very bank-like. With a domed roof and marble pillars and seemingly
Stained glass windows.
barred
Granata used to be.
barred vaults at the back. As he sees you looking over, it's like, oh yes, that's where we've got the black spider.
Why
He's
is he
down
made it
there.
money?
Yes, it's in one of the vaults. Very useful.
What do
No,
you
no.
plan to do with him?
Plan to do with him? Well, I suppose we'll give him a fair trial. And he winks at you. But, I guess.
What's his spell last time?
Black
Don't worry
Spider
about it.
turned himself in, he's that kind of stuff. Go on.
That's why I turned stuff in. Give him.
Isn't that
Yeah.
convenient?
Okay, that's. If anything, I don't even think that's a black spider. I think that's just some guy.
What does this black spider look like?
An elf. What's the word? Drow say. Drow, that's the one. Yes, drows. One of those drows, and that's the. Oh yes, has the flaming hair.
That's him.
Like you.
That's
what-
right, like her.
That's what Varys described to me. The man who came to the tavern.
Why
Yeah.
are you turning a glass half into a much bigger pawn than he was?
Yeah.
Well, you're very welcome that we captured him.
Glass
Has he tried to sell you anything?
No.
Because I think he's a salesman.
Did he try to sell you something?
Well, I didn't give him the chance.
Maybe he's more powerful than
Give him an inch, they take a mile.
I think glass half has something in those.
Sounds too easy.
me. I
to
think
be
we need
convenient
to
for
get
us.
down there and talk to the black spider ourselves.
Can we go down and talk to the black spider?
Of course. Surrender your weapons first. I want to make sure he wings properly. when he
Shunk.
Funk.
I'm keeping my weapon. I'm staying outside.
I'm keeping it this one in
That's
case I
fine.
don't get
You
those
stay
back.
outside and
You won't
taste
catch
him also.
Oh my god.
I put my
You won't catch me disarmed around you. I pop off and.
Yeah. I'm naked when you fight some back.
Tim, do you mind?
Okay, so who's heading downstairs?
Just sticking with me.
I'll go with
I'll see who's
Alistair.
staying first.
Wait, what are you doing,
I'm
Kamon?
seeing Tim's going. I'm not leaving
Is Tim
Grandma.
going?
No, I'm staying with Granville. Yeah,
Okay.
he just asked me to.
Make sure
So,
they're still
right
here
here?
when we get
yeah,
back.
it's all good.
Alright.
Go on
Alright,
to the
I'll follow you down.
Okay. So,
Who wants to go first?
I mean,
Make a
I'll
point.
stride off first because this guy
Tim,
needs
do you mind? I pass you my hammer.
and my.
I take.
okay, as you
I pile
Make your way
all the
past
weapons in the corner.
the bard section and go
Oh, that's
past
nice.
as you
I'm
find
assuming we're being led down by the guard.
Oh no, go on,
Oh,
go
no,
down
he just
ahead.
let us go
That's
down,
why you
alright.
surrendered your weapons.
Okay.
As you head back and downstairs, as this seemingly is kind of an attic, not attic, a basement of sorts, as you find that there is a circular vault door at the very end of it, with a single guard posted next to it.
I'm going to talk
Can
to the
I
guy
help
through
you?
there.
We're here to speak to Black Spider.
Oh, you know, well, he's not very talkative, got to say that. Not very talkative at all. But, if he can say anything to you, then you are welcome to try to talk to him.
As he just and just wheels this huge vault door out of the way and stood there at the bars against one of the walls
Oh, there. Shoot go first.
is a
Why?
black-skinned elf with flaming hair and just seemingly lounging against one of the walls. Visitors. Glad of that.
Can I take a held action?
You don't have to hold actions if we're not fighting.
No, it's in like a reaction. So if he attempts to cast a spell at any point, I'm going to cast silence.
He looks bored of anything else.
No, that's fine. But I don't trust spells.
Oh, I do so love visitors.
Bet you do.
As he looks to you and his pointed ears are up and his hair is braided back into a very jaunty ponytail that still flourishes with flame. Yes. As he looks and just sees you. Interesting visitors indeed. As he sits up from where he was lying down on the floor. Now, what exactly can I do for you exactly?
I cast Charm Person.
He is completely unfazed.
No effect whatsoever.
Oh, I'm not going to roll for a save because he's not resisting.
Okay. Should I ask questions?
Why did you turn yourself in?
Because glass stuff is important.
More important than you.
Hmm?
More important than
See
you.
how he.
Very much more important than me.
But surely you have your own agendas and duties that you want to fulfill.
Very much I
Being
do.
down here isn't going to help you.
You're right.
He regards us as a friendly acquaintance. And okay, so I'm just making sure that's sort of.
Well, I do so often enjoy being visited by friends. Don't get a lot of those these days.
I'm not surprised the way you behave from what I've heard.
Well, we're all quick to judge. So very quick to judge.
You know each other?
I think he knows more of me than I know of him.
Oh, tell me all, flame-haired one.
You know what.
As he just runs his hand through his own hair, like, pulls off a strand and it's out into the air.
If you have questions to ask, then be my guest.
I was just more curious if you could actually do it yourself.
I probably could. I've never tried.
But, that's
Now I'm sure you're here for a reason.
What's going on?
What's going on is that, well, we're looking for something.
what are you looking for?
You know, it's the same reason you're here.
Why are you here?
I am here to bring back, well, as a means of bringing back Glasstar. There is a very important person who wants to speak to you.
And that is.
Don't know if I really want to give his name.
Can we make him give their name?
I was like leaning closer. He's
You said yourself we're friends.
Very true, but not all friends can be trusted, can they?
We came down here willingly to talk to you.
That you did, and I do appreciate the visit. I heard so much about you, Shula.
Don't know how.
I have ways of finding out.
Who wants to speak to Glasstar?
I think you know him.
What's the guard doing at the moment?
I'm sorry?
What is the guard doing?
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm talking to Arron, not
You're
not
talking
to
to me.
Glasstar.
I'm not asking like what his
What's
own
the guard doing? I have no idea.
Can I
What
get
is
it
the guard
down?
doing?
The guard's just stood at the door like a
Is
dutiful
he paying
guard.
us any attention?
Not really.
I can't command on Black Spider.
Can you resist that?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Let it happen.
And I believe.
I said, just let it happen. Oh, really?
DC
Okay.
13 wisdom save. Probably be okay.
And I believe that, well, Drow gets
advantage.
an advantage.
But I'm trying to use my charm person to make him more inclined.
13, was it?
Yeah. But I don't know if it counts as charmed or not. Wouldn't say.
Can I see if the guard is armed with
See-
anything?
The black spider for a moment seems like fighting himself. Doesn't look very happy at you.
Confess.
Okay. Well, I have to say that the thing I definitely got to confess to you is that your beard is ugly.
Oh,
Too truthful.
there's a flake flicker around one of his
Bats his
one
eyelashes
of
at
his
you.
hands, but he keeps it.
Go ahead, set fire to me. I'm only a prisoner in this building. And I'm sure that, what did the townmaster say? He wants to see me swinging.
I don't think he said swinging. That takes far too long.
How
Yes,
long?
he
do
wants his execution. He's a bloodthirsty soul.
He'll probably try to eat you afterwards.
Let him try.
How long till he wants you to start swinging them? How long you got? How long till he wants to see you swinging?
Well, I believe that he would be wanting to give me a fair trial first. So he probably may try to make a public event of that. That's my guess.
I have a feeling you'll be long gone before that even
I mean, last time I checked, civilizations enjoy a public execution. Bloodthirsty cannibals are there. Or am I just thinking of the fat townmaster?
Probably.
Can still burn him and not kill him, though, right?
I can try.
What business does he have the glass staff?
Who?
You know who.
Ah, well, let's just say that he definitely wants Glassstaff to do something. He wanted him to pacify this place. That didn't work. And he doesn't look kind on fairies.
Yeah, he
So
lost
he
it.
intends to kill Glassstaff.
I don't know the details. All I know is it's never pretty.
And that's why you're here.
Yes.
You're willingly giving up.
Oh, very willingly. I haven't been able to lie back like this in ages.
Then what happens to you if for some reason you do end up dying?
Oh, showing a little
What's that
concern.
person going to do then?
Showing a little concern, are
About a
you?
little dog's body.
Dog's body? You insult me. You insult me deeply. I'm grievously wounded.
Yeah, you look it.
Just runs his finger and coils it in his flaming hair.
Is his no, I'm saying this. Oh, sorry, instant drop of character. Is can I just check to see if his image is that real?
What do you mean?
I'm just hesitating on like if
That he's not an
actually,
illusion.
if he's an illusion.
You would not be able to tell from the distance you're at.
How far away is he from me?
You're about 10 feet, 15 feet away. He's in the middle of the cell.
Is there any rubble on the floor?
Rubble. Some dust, that's about it. It seems a well kept, it seems to be like a makeshift bank vault.
How large
That was
is the cell?
recommissioned. About 15 feet by 15 feet. He's just kind of lying back on the wall and then sitting up, lying back.
So I was wandering around and can't you see if the guard is armed with anything?
Guard's got a sword.
Okay, good to know, just in case.
You don't have any weapons on you.
No,
No,
but we could do if needed.
actually yes, we could.
He gives you a look, just like,
No,
If I went upstairs and got them.
I don't think that's necessary. And I whisper close.
Okay.
As riveting as this visitation is, did you have a point to being here?
I'm just scanning him up and down.
Like what you see? It isn't often that drow glamours you with his presence.
I'm not responding.
What are you
Oh,
looking for?
stony type. Oh dear.
You can be like that sometimes.
I've noticed. You are intriguing.
How exactly?
Well, The
You
person
know
that-
of me, so surely you know
The person
everything
that
about me
neither of
already.
us wish to mention, well, let's just say we share a common trait.
Well, I guess that the minute I heard about your hair.
Oh, you heard about my hair, did you? Oh. Didn't. I can give you some styling tips if you'd like.
I'm happy with it the way it is.
Hmm?
Really good. I'm happy with it the way it is, and I just flip it back.
Oh, I can tell.
I'm not afraid of my heritage. I know what I look like, I know what I am.
Oh, as do I. This makes us unique.
Is he consistently plucking out hair?
Oh, he's not plucking out, he's
Okay.
just running
running his
his
hands
He's going
through
bald! No, he's just running his hands through his hair. He seems quite proud of it himself. Like, very oddly, like,
Does it
very
seem
proud
natural?
of his hair.
Like, just like it is.
It's like
a
it's
trophy kind of thing.
It's like, oddly, his hair is hair, but it seemingly flows like flame.
Is that what you're thinking?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
That's what I imagine my head is.
And it is warm to the touch, by the way.
And look at this, the hair.
How's it feel?
Just get
As he walks closer to you. You can touch if you'd like.
So don't.
Okay.
As he just pulls off a strand and holds it up to you.
just as the flame kind of thing goes go. I'm trying to blow it back in his face.
Oh. However shall I live without a flaming hair?
So what happens now? Once he's done his thing with Gloucester,
I
does
don't
the
know.
town
I'll
get a
receive
new
more
person
orders.
to pacify?
I'll receive more orders and we'll go from there, I'm sure.
And what business do you have working for him?
Let's just say I get a home and somebody caring for me. It's quite well appreciated. Homes are difficult to come by, especially ones where you are welcome. Isn't that right, Zai?
I'm still searching for one.
I know. Glassstaff told us.
Oh, I don't have any secrets here.
Of course not. You all don't know why you're here, do you?
I'm here because you're angering the person I'm with.
Bingo! As he's just lied back down.
So what's your end game then?
My end game?
Yeah, you as a group. Whatever group you are, if you are in a...
You flatter us.
What is your end goal? What would you like to achieve when all is successful and you've completed everything? What is the end goal of this area?
We
And you
wish to use the lost mine. That mine is useful.
They're looking for a well or a forge of some kind.
And what about the future of this area?
No idea. We're just looking for the mine.
And why are you looking for a mine? There's many mines. What makes this one so special?
Oh, but not like this mine.
That's why I'm asking.
They think they'll be able to find something.
Yes.
You
The
say-
forge of spells.
Oh, that
Very
would be the
useful. Oh, the stubby one speaks. What was that short step?
You put it like that. I just turn back to him.
Oh,
Really?
I've been stonewalled.
He's very offended by it.
It's lightning boom and the lightning boosh. His feet doesn't move.
Oh dear, whatever shall I do without the attention of the dwarf? It's alright, you're not the dwarf we're looking for anyway.
I'm just doing this to see if he actually does like the attention, like of all this, like of not just of us, but of
He's going to be loving you.
yeah. Just seems like
Roll an insight.
yeah, just
Do you
seems
want to roll an insight?
a lack of
You can see it's
a lack of attention is.
his mood improved throughout the conversation.
Oh, that was almost. It doesn't matter. No, like
It's 14.
He seems to be enjoying this. He seems to think it's quite fun.
What do you need to know from him? We can always find something out from him.
No.
As you see him just sit up and then just lie forward.
What on his stomach?
I mean, He's not going anywhere. We can just leave him and come back.
No, I think he may find a way.
What's his? Sorry.
Oh. If he isn't as important and Glaffstaff's out there, surely that's the threat.
I think he's just as important. He played his importance down to the
But he's in here.
Oh, you do flatter me.
I coin
You're
all
the
that
kingpin, aren't you?
small book.
The
Keeps it
linchpin
in
of
the
it
book.
all.
Oh, I'm just small potatoes in this game.
What's the Forge of Spells then?
What's in it for you?
For a keen spell
Forge of
user.
spells.
Forge of spells.
Yeah,
Well,
for a keen user like myself.
oh, keen user, of course you
Oh,
are,
yes, there
Mr.
it is.
Morden Kanan. When was the last time you used that name? I'm curious.
And I said I'd never stop. I just wanted to bring back a bit more life to it.
Oh, some life. Oh, such virtues. But we all know why you left. Why you can't go back.
There are a few reasons why I can't go back. Some things I did were bad, some things a bit more personal.
But what about the family trust? Could it survive that kind of breakage?
So I hope to really. I'm forgetting my words now.
I have that effect on people.
Say I'm hoping to make good on that investment. And also bring back a bit of honour to myself, a bit of honour to my family.
Honor. Such a fanciful sentiment.
So,
May it do you a world of good.
so we haven't answered my question then. What is the Forge of Spells?
Oh wow, you noticed. Well, I suppose I could tell you what the Forge of Spell is, but what do you know of the Forge of Spell?
What do I know about the Forge of Spells?
What does Alice know? Not much.
Not much.
Good boy stood there. Good boy stood there with his back to him, just leaping through this book, muttering to himself, found the Forge of Spells. Oh, it's Forge of Spells. Oh, yes, so it's. Oh, yes, that's the one, isn't it? Yes, that's. Yeah.
No comment at all.
No, what would be the point?
I think there's a few University Klein in there.
Well, I take it they don't know where it is then, or if they'd be there. Good thing that I closed the book and put it back away.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, history check. Oh, wait.
We've confirmed he doesn't know where it is. It's enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still haven't
Probably,
turned around.
probably just very useless. Grab them anyway, so let's just go.
Oh, isn't that perceptive of you? Well
I can turn
done.
around. Just-
Well done, scummy!
Yay.
He says, he doesn't turn.
Just sits back against the
Back
wall.
of his head.
Well, what do you want? You clearly won. You clearly got what you wanted.
What's in
Can I insight this anger?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, why is that another 4? That's insight 8.
Seems genuine. Get out! Go on! You got what you wanted.
Ooh.
Clearly.
What's gotten to you?
Oh, I don't know. What's got into anybody?
Everything you go. Once it's
What's in it all
questioned
for
and then.
you? If they did find the Forge of Spells.
What's in it for me? I already told you. A home. Something which clearly none of you actually have.
I have one. I just chose to leave it.
Ah! We know that with your condition, he literally pulls some of his own hair, we are aware that you are not welcome in most places.
Not the way my mother saw it. Not the way my stepfather saw it.
Oh, lovely. You knew your mother.
So did I. Must be sad that you
Didn't
got
know
it.
my
didn't they?
father though.
Oh, I do know my father. Wish I didn't.
I don't think he means he knew.
I don't know, Thomas. I think I'm taking a stab at it.
He's ignoring you.
In what sense
you
did
do
you
bad
know?
things?
No.
He makes me do lots
I
of
think you
things
didn't
to
know
say
anything.
at home. But I'm curious, what are you looking for?
I think you know what I'm looking
Of course you are. That's of course what you're looking for, because you don't realise how stupid that would be.
Maybe it is.
But let me guess, it would make you whole, it would make you better, it would make you a perfect human being, wouldn't it?
Are you making it?
In a sense.
Oh.
Maybe not perfect, but just to see him once might help.
Trust me, nothing can make it better when he's around, sister.
You actually his sister?
Half sister, possibly.
Oh, please, I never do pure blood with this degenerate.
Degenerate. I'm not the
I'm
one
being
going around
legal
killing
for-
innocent goblins.
Oh, those goblins brought it on themselves. You know they did. And we don't tell the bugbears what to do with them. Those brutes have their own management skills.
You burnt one of them.
Of course I did. Got to uphold my respect.
Whatever he's saying to you. Jesus Christ.
What's that?
Like,
The head swivel.
no.
They lock eyes and just the moment to accept it between the two of them.
Goodness knows. Whatever
The
he's
one
saying to you.
Sounds
he's-
important.
Sounds
God,
like
him and
it's
this one.
poisoned your mind.
Quite possibly. But hey, we are products of our parents, aren't we? Some more than others.
Where is he?
If I knew that, I'd be with him right now.
Ian, why don't you sit behind bars? Have you got what we need?
No,
Have you got as much as we can get?
I think so.
Let's go.
Of course you do. Bye now.
It's been over.
Of course it's not, sister. Bye.
I'm just gonna walk.
Keep
going.
At
Right.
the back. Oh, God's sake.
Why are you here? I thought you'd leave with the rest of them.
Alistair, come on!
You're gonna
Are we
go
leaving
when
now,
your
are we?
master
We're leaving.
beckons.
Very well.
No. Are you?
I'm where I need to be. That's your excuse.
Anyone? But
Clearly licking the boots of, well, more superior beings. My boot could do the licking if you'd like. If you're tired of theirs.
I'm sure you do enough yourself.
Oh, I can't reach my own boots, honey.
You're not that all there, are you?
I'm all everywhere.
Right, let's just leave this full.
As you look, perception, please.
Yeah.
He notices everyone else has already left.
You notice that he's in fact
17.
You notice his eyes suddenly red, normalize again.
We don't like eye stuff anymore.
Fucking
A
eyes.
bit too close to home.
Bye now, off to your master's call.
That's literally how we are.
Say hello to yours.
I'll be sure to. Give it a day, 2, maybe 3.
I'm not sure
I'll
you have
enjoy
that
the
long.
relaxation for the
I'm
time.
not sure you have
being.
that long.
I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, I'm saying that as I'm leaving.
So upstairs, I'm like, so you got anything to eat?
Yes. No, I suppose.
And he just reaches down to behind him, like pulls out a sausage.
Well, instead I do some breakfast, no idea how still. I felt full up, but I suppose. 2 apiece.
Right. Come up and
I pull out a silver piece.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Hang on.
shoot. I need
A
to
tin
ask you a
sausage.
little big question.
A little big question.
Can I
It's
just
just
Little bit one.
can I investigate the sauce?
I started eating. It's already. It's
What did you
already
do?
started
Why
eating
ask
it.
something
I
you
literally
know
asked
what
as you were passing.
Roll
I
me
was like, hang
perception. Wait, hold on, you can't see.
Yeah,
lean
right.
down and sniff it like.
Disadvantage. Just
Yeah,
use that,
disadvantage then. Okay.
Roll again.
Actually, no, just for
I mean,
smell.
The noise it makes
Okay.
leaving that man's hands.
What's the smell? What am I doing? What?
Perception.
Perception. That's 18.
You smell it. Smells like pork.
Okay.
But a lot of things smell like pork.
Yeah.
I eat the sausage.
It's tasty.
It is tasty. It's nice. Thanks.
You've already eaten bones.
Change the colour of your eyes. Like just
I'm guessing that you're saying this as you're like
That's-
outside now.
yeah.
Like, so you're out of the vault and everything, and you're
I-
with.
I mean,
I'm
I've
gonna-
never.
I'm gonna
I
I've
did. I
never
did want to say a
tried
couple of other things
to.
to him while they were down there.
So I don't
Just
know if I
because
can or not.
No, I'm saying he is who he is. Perceives us to be who he is.
What?
We'll
Sorry,
come
I know
sorry.
that was meant to be so
Say
disappointing.
that again.
We'll come back to you guys in a second. Alec,
Yeah.
Tim just wants to say a few things. So you were saying?
It's cracking up down by the gate with the ability orcs.
Well, those even words.
What's correct?
There's some orcs down. I think you talked about them last time. They doing all right? Not causing any trouble?
Well, supposedly there was some defection in them. Some of them walked off, decided they weren't going to work anymore. Not my business. I just want to make sure that I get paid when due. And they paid in full. So I'm not going to complain.
It's fair.
They can't build their buildings, that's not my problem.
What's the name of the timber tusk company?
Well, it is Timber Task.
It's just timber.
Yeah, it's Timber Task. Reputable business, I believe. I mean, if you're willing to hire an orc.
Why wouldn't
Tastes
you be willing to hire
disgusting
an orc?
anyway. Hmm?
Why wouldn't you be willing to hire an orc?
Disgusting creatures. Brutes, thugs, the lot of them.
Oh, so you didn't hire these guys?
Oh no, definitely not. Someone else did. I've no idea who.
Okay,
All I know is they're doing the construction. Nothing to do with me.
okay. And is there anything else going on that you might need us to check out? Because I don't think we got a lot to do at the moment.
Well, we do have something that's very odd. Yes. A few of our townspeople, they've stopped doing anything. They appear to have started staring off into space.
Are you sure they're not dead? 'Cause
No,
that's
they're
the
alive.
thing.
We checked
Sometimes
their
people aren't
pulse.
asleep; they're just dead.
We checked their pulses. No, they're alive.
Okay.
They just seem to be looking out into space, very afraid of it.
Oh.
Those three people, they took a drink of water from the well and then suddenly nothing.
Well,
They're out. They're out of it.
that's,
Gone.
That's weird. I have absolutely no idea what that could be.
Yes, don't worry. What are they doing to it? Analysing the water, sir. Analysing the water. They're analysing the water. We've got Sister Grail says she can find out what's going on with that water.
So probably not a good idea to drink it, though, right?
Why would I drink water?
No, wait. Just not you specifically. Just in a general sense.
True right. He just scratches his chin just like there's a swab sweat.
No, it's not like which chin is
Drink
this?
bacon
It's
juice.
How did you know?
Well, we could look into it, I guess.
Oh, I'm not going to look into it. Sister Grail will. We'll find out who's responsible, and we'll find out why they're poisoning our water supplies. They'll be punished.
That seems fair. It's probably like glass staff.
Well, I suppose it could be glassed out, but why would he do anything? The
Well,
orders are coming from.
He was kind of a dick.
Who was it? You know what? You're very right. He was a dick. Such a dick he was.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
could pay us to analyze your water supply. Let's do it.
He's actually quite good with. He knows about liquids and stuff.
Why is the cuisine talking?
He's the queen
Wow, you just-
talking.
I
Oh my
know
god.
something now, you just went straight out
He's,
and said it.
it's a man, not a woman. I think that's called a cuisine.
How much? This cuisine needs to
I'm
stop
gonna
talking.
just
How
I get
much?
my nunchucks out.
To analyze the
Well
water.
done, you're struggling to see.
You're blind.
To analyze the water.
I can hear where
No, for the morsel.
Oh, it's not for sale.
Oh, but it's an it, I see.
Sure.
Soon enough, I'm sure the price will be 500 gold. How does that sound?
Ooh.
What did
That's worrying. I'm glad Zyth didn't hit that
so
off.
backup character.
well, you see, the thing
Backup
is,
character's gonna eat your
at
first
the
character.
moment, it's more useful not as food. But, you know, if that ever changes, I'll let you know.
Oh, I see.
But,
Well, all I ask is, please, if you're going to eat it yourself, leave me meat back, son. It's so delicious.
okay, like a leg or something. But
I take off my blindfold immediately.
Why
And
are your eyes
I
glowing?
whip him in the face like a towel.
Roll me an attack.
Looks like your food's got bite.
That's dex, though. 6.
Somehow he's able to move with enough dexterousness to be able to dodge the nunchucks. As you
I'm
apparently...
not nunchucks, I'm whipping with the...
With the blindfold, yeah.
Oh, with the blindfold. Yeah, he's still like...
Oh dear. Well, we'll make sure there's no fighting when we've got hold of you. Give it time. I'm sure you'll be happy to sell.
no problem. But in the
I just
meantime,
walk off.
I thought you were on him!
You are still on here.
I
He jumped
just
on the
table.
I just hop and walk off.
Oh, you hop off him.
Oh, it's 6 foot.
in the meantime, though, like it is quite good. It gets quite
You
good
notice
with
that
liquids.
the town master is watching the gnomely like...
That's
I just see him walk away.
Everybody loves to watch you go.
Yeah.
So if you did want someone to look into the water, we could probably do that. We
Oh,
got smart.
I don't
we
need
got smart
anybody
people.
looking into the water. As I said, just the ground drink it for free. Why would we need anybody else to?
That's fair. Got any more sausages? I look at one of the guards. I just go, "That's networking."
Silver piece. Actually, 2 silver pieces. The price went up.
I give him 4.
Oh! A businessman, I see.
It's an investment in the sausage business.
Yes, very good.
Thanks. You have a tasty sausage.
Are we back yet?
Ah!
You flatten me. Now get out of my sight.
Are you cutting them
Like,
off?
You naughty, naughty
Oh,
boy.
Why does the party get on with
Okay,
it?
so you guys
I don't
are...
understand it.
I think it's quite clear why they get along with him.
Because he cuts out sausage left, right, and centre, apparently.
Okay, so you guys are past like the vault and everything. The conversation has happened. So I'm guessing you're heading outside of this one.
No, I need to speak to the mayor first.
Oh yeah, you're putting all your weapons away.
I need to have a word with the mayor first.
Yes.
Just in case it helps with the trial, your prisoner down there rather insulting on beards.
Oh, how dare you. Don't worry. You'll swing properly.
I walk out
I'll make
after.
sure.
I walk out
appreciate
after
your
Granwell.
But don't worry. We have a fair justice system.
And like chink chink as he pats the beard.
Chink chink as he pats his pocket.
Where have you gone, Granwell?
I'm standing outside the door, really pissed off.
Okay, I come out. I just go. It wouldn't really sell you, just so you know.
No,
I knew you
I
would.
don't know why it's on the harvest. Oh.
I mean,
I wouldn't sell you for
Why-
meat. Oh,
Why is that a consideration?
what?
that's true. They just got it.
Why are we selling him?
Because he's food.
How much?
Wow.
That was a low blow.
No, not enough.
Do you know what the number was?
No, but any number is the wrong number.
True. Yes.
He's not for sale.
Exactly.
We could always just sell your drinks.
Exactly.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Oh, by the way, I found out that there's some people are having space out sessions from drinking water.
What?
In the, so don't drink any water.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
plan to.
Yeah, that was
What?
what I meant. Yeah.
What? Alistair.
I thought people knew, but now.
They're gonna
What haven't
they're
you
gonna
told
do
us?
some
Well,
something
What about the well?
to find
yeah,
out.
well, the well without the well.
What have you
Well.
done to the water?
I haven't done anything to the water. It was you lot.
We didn't do
I
anything
didn't
to
do
any
anything.
water.
Okay. Speaking to the people who are throwing it. No, that's just.
I was about to say, you are saying this right outside the town hall.
Like, when you were looking
Let's
at
go.
the well, what
Let's
happened?
go.
Where are we going?
Pub.
Away from here.
There's still that sound of timber and construction, whatever going on there. It's a hell of a business. However, you do also notice that there seems to be a sign above the Sleeping Giant Inn.
Ooh, what does it say? Can I read it?
It seems to say, well,
Are we anywhere near?
We don't talk about the well.
who's fluent with the languages?
I have
Depends on the language.
common
Absolutely
and
not.
some
Elvish.
Elvish,
elvish.
draconic, uncommon.
Common and uncommon.
Common, undercommon, dwarvish, and celestial.
But I can do
Common
comprehend
and
language.
primordial.
Common, some elvish.
No.
No!
What is the language?
Is that like a sandwich?
A
No.
language is like a sea witch,
It's
but
like
on
a-
land.
It's like a long sandwich.
Long
A
wig.
language.
Long wig.
I thought you said no for a second, and I was like,
Sounds like a
no,
real-
shit.
Duca!
The language he knows.
This is what it says.
Language is it? Actually, no.
I can't tell you the language.
Okay.
Just you recognise the words.
So
And then
surely
I'd
he
like-
would know the language.
Then, if possible, you could pass it to Zyph afterwards. It is in Elvish.
Okay.
I am disgusted
I might
by the
know
font.
about
Disgusting! What does it say? No idea, but I'm
Don't
offended.
want to know.
Do I
it's
recognise any
dainty.
G's?
There is a G.
Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good! That's what it says.
I'm doing reading, Alistair. I did some reading. I did reading. It says good.
Something under some under new something.
Management.
Who's
Can you do that
management?
too?
I don't know.
And why are we under her?
That's what it sounds like.
It means other
Who
people
guesses?
are running the town. Yeah, let's go in. Let's see if
Sure.
Okay, so as you head over there, you see to the right, opposite the Sleeping Giant Inn, there is again the construction going on, seemingly of orcs building. Who's leading the party?
Oh, I am.
Okay, perception,
Of
please.
It's a tavern. 20. Got
Okay. As you're walking past the construction, you see just slightly up the hill, you see a black coach with seemingly a hunched, hooded figure drawing horses, and you see red velvet curtains seemingly lining the windows of the coach, covered, except you see a single hand just leaning out of it with, as you can see, long claws.
Who's directly behind me?
I don't know. What's the order?
Probably her, 'cause she's my babysitter, so probably me. It's established at this point, I think.
Oh, so that's how you know each other.
Okay,
That's how you know her mom.
okay, so Alistair, I guess.
There's the thing though about I'm just assuming it just might as well be. She's always there.
Alistair.
Hmm?
Was you see the coach?
I actually can't look at that, the light was blind.
The bird.
No,
Well,
I
and
can see
everyone else
it.
is pointing in the doorway.
Just
trying
a
to
hand.
get it.
Yeah, well, I've just sort of stopped as I've
With
like gone
purple
in and like.
fingers and claws.
Why are we not going in?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Not the same thing.
Well, we
I
haven't,
just walk
we
in
haven't
now.
finished
I've
reading the
pointed it out
song
to
yet.
someone else.
No,
it
it
said
seems
under
like
new
delicately,
management.
finely manicured.
Which one of those
I
is
mean,
good?
But they are clawed.
Just that
So
it
they're
was
just
good.
finely manicured.
How far away is it?
About 40 feet, 50 feet away.
Done.
As I say, the construction is like taking up sound, but you do see just that drawn carriage with a hunched, hooded figure covering his face, tending to the horses, and just seemingly just peering out of the window. A figure with a hand.
Are they looking at us or just not? Or just...
Oh, you can't tell what
Okay.
they're looking at. You can't see any face.
So you went to
Any
I've already
markers,
gone
state
I passed on the
insignias
responsibility.
on the thing.
Okay,
Anything
Grandma
on
goes into the
the
house.
carriage.
And insignias?
Anything
Not-
that is, like, makes it more noticeable.
Not that you can make out. Although, upon, like, for a second, you see that the hooded figure looks at you, turns around, and you see on the back of his cloak is a dagger with a snake for a hilt.
Actually, I'm gonna before I go into the tavern.
What? I've just.
Yes. Sword, that dagger and the snake thing on the sheet you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he has on their cloak. Was it male or female? Or too far away?
Too far away for you to be able to tell, and too cloaked.
Very feminine male or very masculine female. I can't quite tell.
Can we see
Can't
what
make
they're
it
talking
out.
about?
Before I turn
Does
into
any of us see what they're talking about yet?
Well, they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
We're not like.
I'm
just
still
pop
in
my
the
head back
doorway.
out.
I'm saying it's legitimately that loud.
Yeah.
It's like just attempted.
I also like just took a point of like the coach. Like it was just a strange looking coach with a strange looking person. But you know, there are strange looking coaches with strange looking people.
I'm
No,
going to
no.
before I go into the tavern.
No.
Put my blindfold back. No, I'm gonna. I'm gonna run off down the road.
Where's he going?
For a
Roll
couple-
perception.
couple hundred meters.
Roll a perception, Alistair, as you are looking and very closely looking at this seemingly feminine, maybe not figure.
Is it just to see if I get the? Oh no,
You completely missed.
that was a perception. Yeah.
Perception.
7.
As you see the curtained window close and the cloaked figure walk over, because obviously something has been said, like leans over, whispers, turns to face you.
For the love
I'll get it right.
Oh no.
See, that's now I'm just thinking about upside down.
Does
Actually.
any,
fair,
does
we
any of
don't
the
know
rest
that
of
it's
us
awful,
Right.
though.
see this?
And then turns its head away.
So that's a
Or very oddly, visually, and just go.
what? Why?
Remember the mask that Orville was wearing? The really horrible mask that was just horrible? Yeah, that's the mask. This is back. Either Orville's back. Horrible.
I walk back up to the figure.
Something.
It
Walk up to the
symbol
Yeah,
of-
if he
the-
says
the-
he's seen
the-
Orville's masks
The
then.
white?
I follow.
Oh,
As you walk up towards
Yeah,
the
but
coach,
The mask with the
the
white.
cloaked, the hooded figure covering his face, it says,
No closing getting closer.
Why?
Master doesn't want people checking.
Do you want a lozenge?
let me see your
he
face.
drops his arm and just mask.
Okay.
Who's asking you?
What was it? He's
I'm
wearing the
asking
mask.
you.
Is he wearing the awful mask?
Oh, smart guy, huh?
I'm just.
You think you're smart? You think you're clever?
Is this the mask?
Is
Yes.
this the guy with the awful mask?
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you want? No closer.
It's obviously just a title.
Where did you get that mask?
I was given it. I'm allowed to, you see. It's my
By
permission.
who?
My permission by my master.
As he gestures to the coach.
Is it because you're
Go.
horribly burned?
I've got some.
Horribly burned. What are you talking about?
Are you horribly burned?
What are you talking about? That's crazy. I'm not burned. Never been burned. Nobody burns me. I've never been burned before.
Where are you from?
Does
From around town, somewhere. You're not allowed to ask.
the coach door open if I try to open it?
You're nowhere near the coach.
Is
I've
he
gone,
walking up to the coach?
I
I followed-
walked
I
past
followed
this guy
that.
and went up to the coach.
Oh.
Okay,
right.
so you're walking up to the coach.
No, you're not allowed to.
Hand reaches out of the window and you see a well-manicured purple hand with claws for fingers. Orville, I think our guests deserve an introduction, don't you?
Oh, okay, master. If you say so. Go on. The master said you could, so go ahead.
I look very closely at this thing. What can I see of it? Like, is the hood concealing the eyes?
Why, you want to have a beauty contest?
Plucks the mask off and you see a face, very hairy, but a human face. with seemingly the hair poking through.
This is
Does it look anything like original Orville?
No. It looks like somebody has pushed like steel wool through a membrane. And it's pointing out like thick barbed hairs.
I look into his
What do you want?
I look into his eyes. Do his eyes remind me of original Orville in any way?
Perception. What did you roll?
Take a guess.
What's that?
Take a guess.
1.
Tim gets
You know
really
what?
high.
Since you're looking so closely, with advantage.
Oh.
23.
Wow, what a difference advantage makes!
Eye drops.
You just rub the
Hold on.
sleep out your eyes,
You
Tim.
lean back and look at the actual face.
As you look into his irises, you see that seemingly his eyes are yellow, with a black dot for the iris. However, as you look closer, you see that the iris is split into 6 black circles each.
Is that anything like Orville's eyes?
No, strangely enough.
What? You want to look so closely? What's wrong with you?
I knew a guy called Orville once, and he
Well, I'm sure you did.
and he had a mask like
There's a
that.
lot of guys called Orville.
Yeah.
Are there? I don't know. But do they all wear masks like that?
Some of them, not all of them, but clearly you met the right one.
So it's an Orville thing.
I guess. What are you asking questions for? I'm not the guy to ask questions. Go ask the master. He's giving you permission.
And he puts the mask back on.
Go look at me.
Okay, but the other Orville was really, really rude. So
Yeah, well, apparently that's a common trait.
yeah, but we made him mush.
Really?
As you see him and he pulls off the cloak, he seems to extend twice his height. He's towering above you now.
Really? Tell me about how they mushed.
I mean, we just made him mush.
And you hear just a faint.
There we go.
Tell me more.
Are you bees?
What is he?
Tell me more.
Why?
As you see that he seems to be kind of just shaking slightly.
Feel brave.
What did you just do?
Pulls off his mask.
Oh, I put his face.
Yeah.
I'll get my face off.
No, pulls off his mask.
You feel brave.
Nicolas Cage.
You feel brave.
I'm not feeling not brave.
Okay.
Arm wrestle.
Okay.
Do it,
Okay.
Tim.
Sure.
His arm extends and you see the skin just stretch.
What
As
is
though,
he?
it doesn't seem as though he actually can reach this far.
Yeah.
Like the skin is pulled to its limit to reach the full extent of his arm as it goes, and the fingers extend out
Come on.
Okay.
as he just
I like a little friendly competition.
as he snaps a wheel off the coach, plunks it down.
Wow.
Go
I hope you have a hand for healing.
I'm sure his boss.
How
is very
far
happy.
Does this
Can I do
work
a history check?
outside
What the
of
hell
that?
he is?
No.
I don't know if I-
Well,
Right.
I'm sure you did notice this. So let's see. 2 seconds. I need
Wait,
to
how
check
far
the-
is this
Yeah,
from
I-
the tavern door?
Yeah, well, I think I assume we'll.
What's all our position? Because I was
I
over
ran
there.
off the other way.
Because you
He's
run off.
buggered off.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. I looked at me.
Well, see, I was going to do
Soz
something,
guys.
but
Didn't mean to do this.
You did it.
If Tim wins,
I'm
We kill
hundreds of meters away.
And if Tim loses,
if he
kill
wins,
him.
we kill him quickly.
We kill him.
Oh, we do it not.
I feel like I'm far enough away that
He's
I'm
an-
part of initiative.
He's an Orville.
Yeah.
We kill the Orvilles.
You're feeling strong.
I mean, a bit.
Good.
As he just opens his mouth slightly, and you see just seemingly mandibles just extend for a second.
Come on.
You got a
You're
thing.
feeling
You
strong.
got a thing.
Yeah.
Can we do this IRL?
No, he destroyed me.
I'm
Okay.
glad that he thinks that.
I am strong.
I'm made of tissue.
I made a soggy tissue.
Alright, it's not a weakness
Okay.
competition, jeez.
I'm weaker.
Okay, so strength check, please.
That was nearly good. 9.
9. Oh. You go level, as neither one seems to be making much gain at all. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Strength again.
And my eyes begin to cloud over.
Oh.
Pretty boy's got better eyes.
So I'll enter a rage and roll with advantage. 2 13s to give me a 17.
As his arm starts to force back. Roll with strength again. Oh, roll another dice.
19.
You again.
Just really getting into it.
Almost at the ground, at the edge.
Oh my. Tim, go Tim!
Oh, not as good. 13.
Okay, as again, it's like forces back, but the strength of Tim is too much, and his arm snaps.
Should have had his shoulder out.
And I begin to reach for my sword.
Tim, daffodils!
His arm, as you see another arm pull out from his back.
I got another one. Let's go again.
Do you still want me on hand for healing?
It's still lost.
Maybe. Okay.
Doesn't matter if you've got another arm.
Ow! Look at that back leg. I'm gonna remember.
What the hell is he?
I'm gonna remember you.
I think we just lost it around like, what the fuck is going on?
Is there any movement from
As you
inside?
see, like his eyes almost turning fully yellow.
I'm gonna remember you.
I'm not sure what your name was.
Insane new species.
Oh yeah, it was Orville.
Yeah, I bet you've met an Orville before. Yeah, met the same Orville.
Did he say
Well,
the same or
Well,
not
I
the
think
same?
that now.
You want to go again for another arm,
Guys,
Mister?
I don't think it's the same Orville.
Is there anything happening inside the carriage?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll keep an eye out.
Oh no, basically they've gone. Hey,
I want to see this.
Because presumably, if you put the wheel off, the carriage is...
Yeah, they're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
I assume
I mean, there's 3 other wheels.
It's okay, I'm gonna put the wheel back. I'm just gonna put this bitch in his place.
I mean, he broke your arm.
And I got 3 more. What's your point?
Right, we're counting. Come on, Tim. 3
I
to
mean,
go.
he broke your arm.
Why are you a bitch too?
No, but he
Good,
broke
shut
your
up and
arm.
let me break this guy's arm.
I begin to push.
okay.
And repeat.
What'd you roll?
9.
As he
Okay.
just
Oh no, who disintegrated
and just starts
him?
pressing your arm down. This one just seems like much stronger
I
arm.
thought he was going to try and kill her.
Oh, it's alright.
As you see that this one is very much barred with hair and seems a very noticeable grey bluish tone, as though the skin hasn't quite grown on this one.
No. Eyes begin to cloud again.
Oh,
it's
God,
alright.
I'm so sorry.
You're not a bit of failure.
Right.
21.
Going back to level.
The other one was a nat 1, so the
Strength
advantage-
again.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 as well. As both are.
No!
And you just
So
see
that
whip-
would give me a 24.
Oh, God.
If we're going by modifiers.
That's fine. Just
Nah, we're going by nat 20. Did you roll nat 20? You rolled nat 20. As both level as hell, and you just rippling muscles on the arm of Tim, and at the same time, no muscles rippling on the creature at all, whatever the hell Orville is.
Interesting.
And he's not rippling at all, but he's just like. As you see just more mandibles appearing out of his mouth.
I hope you're taking notes on this, Alistair.
However, you see that the mandibles, they're going back in. A proboscis starts coming out of his mouth.
God damn butterfly. He's a moth.
I'm just seeing the creature from Men in Black.
Is anybody in the street noticing this is happening?
21.
Yeah, like,
You start pushing his arm back down. Oh yeah, the orcs are like, hey, we gotta change his hand.
They just stood around
very
and
good, yeah.
wrestling
Don't be
match.
taking on Orville, yeah. Who is this guy?
You've got this, Tim. You're good.
Okay, as bending back.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, you're lucky. as he just
He grows them up.
as he just elongates his arms and then takes the other one.
Halfway.
I know what I'm beat.
That was my time.
I mean, I'm raging, so I'm reaching up for the sword.
How close am I to?
The proboscis
Like
goes
that.
further out of his mouth.
Which one I go?
Tim, maybe not.
Got a show.
Breathe.
Tim's throwing his sword. I'm throwing my sword.
I've not. I'm
I'm-
raged,
yeah.
but I'm holding.
You see that he's
Okay,
just
yeah.
seemingly shaking and like something is willing to burst out of him.
Go where I go.
Can I do a history check to see if I know what this is before I warn Tim, or if
Roll
I
a
should?
history.
Are there any
Quick.
civilians involved in
Oh,
this
that's-
at all? Are there any civilians around?
No, they're keeping their distance like what?
Any of the militia have turned up?
No.
There's no
23.
Just isn't the case.
23?
Yeah.
You get 5 seconds.
Nice, read fast.
You've seen this proboscis before. Yeah. On the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You draw it, I draw.
Tim, maybe not.
And I derate.
Yeah. I know what I'm beat.
Okay, good.
We'll have a rematch. One of these days, you'll see.
Okay, that was fun.
As he just takes both of his arms and just.
Well done, Tim. That's your name, right?
It is. You have earned my respect, Mr.
Alright.
Orville. I like you.
No.
You're nice.
I'll remember your name, Tim.
What is this?
Sure. I don't know how you spell it though.
Tim, we don't like.
Ask somebody, they'll give you the name.
As he just seems like kind of shrinks back down and then just puts his cloak back on.
Can we go see
Ah. Much better. Oh, sweaty. I can't believe how sweaty I got there. Sorry,
Sounds like a proper gym buff.
sorry, that's, it happens. Oh, man, got so small. A proper broil. Broseph. Where's the protein powder? Oh, it's all about milkshakes.
Can we?
As he goes back to tending to the horses are a bit like, who is this guy? And he picks up the wheel.
Put it back. Clunk. There we go. Right, now let's look at these horses. Yes, you're looking delicious today.
The horses just like,
Too many people wanted to eat too many things.
I
you're
addressed.
talking about the world, mate.
I addressed the coach again. Like, you said something about introductions.
I believe that would probably be best.
Can I see inside?
As the door, without seemingly a hand touching it, opens up for you.
Okay.
You step inside and...
What?
Do
Why did it
Are
go
you
to?
stepping inside?
No!
You're like, hold on, I'm going there.
You don't get inside unmarked coaches with suspicious people.
Well put. That's the message for today, kids. Never getting suspicious.
Stranger danger. It's a thing.
Watch out for the proboscis.
I'll like move around so I can like see if I can like stare it and like if it's dark inside or something.
We get a look see it.
It
Is
does
there,
seem
like-
slightly like dormantly dark inside. However, you do see booted feet at the in the seat, seemingly sat deeper inside the coach. You need to go inside to look.
What do I see in
Is
black
there
and
like
white?
smoke around?
There's no reason
Same.
for me to get inside. What's that?
There's no sensors. Seems quite nicely perfumed in there.
Familiar perfume?
No,
Familiar
not a
to them.
sensor, nothing like that. Nicely perfumed.
You could unhitch the horses.
Almost like fruits mixed with flowers.
You could unhitch the horses.
Do I,
Dark
recog-
vision
do I recognize
I'm
the
gonna-
scent of the flowers?
Definitely.
It's flowers. It is not daffodils.
I'm Zyfe Hallwinter. Why do you associate with Orville or Orvilles?
I'm sure you do, Zyphor.
Why do you?
I associate with an Orville because we all associate with an Orville.
What do you
all?
mean you?
Who are
we
the-
all?
Profound.
We
It's
all
overly
associate
convenient.
with Orville. Our organization has many Orville.
What organisation is that?
We're all just crowding around the
If
door.
I gave that away, that would be
So have you got in the coach now? Or you-
No, we're just all crowding around the door,
If I
apparently.
gave that away.
I'm still waiting to heal Tim. So
Now, should if you wish,
How,
Tim
what?
moves.
What? How the?
Do you
if
know
you wish
my
for
name?
introductions, step in.
As you
Don't.
see a clawed hand just gesture
Get in the
inside
fucking coat.
with purple hand.
You get in the coach.
Yes.
what floor we
What?
sit on currently?
You're on
Just
like,
like
you're on
ground.
like the road.
Are there any small rocks or pebbles or anything like
No.
that? No, nothing at
Well,
all.
yes, there's kind of like on the sides of the roads. Without
Right, can I
having-
pick up a small pebble?
For what purpose?
Can I pick up a small pebble?
Yes, you
I
can.
cast light on
You
the
are
small
capable.
pebble
Oh.
and throw it into.
Oi!
As you throw it,
Sure.
the boots are completely illuminated, and you see that they are of a fine-made leather, and with trousers that lead upwards in seemingly a purple, gold, and green robe. But you can't see beyond the legs.
Are they good legs?
I get in the coat.
I'm glad you appreciate
It's
the
got-
view,
How
but
shapely are the
come
calves?
inside, Kiboy.
How? This is a genuine question. How good are the legs?
It seems like he's been working out.
I thought it was a she. Is it he now?
We-
Is it like the
who
long,
knows? You
elegant
haven't seen
feminine
it.
thing? I'm still
Extremely
confused
fit
about
feminine
it.
male, extremely masculine female.
So it could be either.
Apparently, I'm really confused.
But either way, well turned calves.
Masterful.
Could I have my rock back?
Without anything touching it, it flies out of the coach.
What? Die!
That's new information.
I got in the coach.
Oh,
he-
as you get out of the coach, as you get in the coach, you see that there is in the gold trim, green on left, purple on right robes, is sat a horned individual,
Okay.
purple flesh, that his horns pull back as they curl up to his ears, seemingly decorating it like giant earrings, and then slick back hair.
Now, I understand you require an introduction.
Apparently so.
Well, you can call me the merchant, and I'm the new proprietor of this business. Thornton, unfortunately for some, fortunately for others, proved too foolish to carry on, so I am taking up her job.
Oh, she kind of died.
I'm aware. Killed by the hand of her own Orville, wasn't she?
Yes.
As you grin to thank you,
No.
as well as a very well manicured smile. Yeah. And then green eyes.
You obviously know what happened here.
I know not a thing, Sheila. As I said, call me the merchant. I sell both equipment, jobs, and information.
What business do you have in Pantomime?
The businesses of my masters. I don't particularly care for the place. I feel myself. Well, Thornton saw herself better. I just feel myself as just wasted here.
Your master sent you here.
Masters, yes. They like to call themselves that. I see it as shepherds. The sheep are among them, and they need a flock. Call me the wolf.
How big is their flock?
Hmm.
How big is their flock?
Oh, I couldn't answer that. Even I don't know how many are in that sheepy flock. So woolly, it all looks collectively together.
How many Orvilles are there?
For every operative, there is an Orville. Mine just happens to be that hairy fellow that you saw before.
But
And that-
outside, I'm offering Orville some jerky.
That's good. I'm gonna chew on that.
And that mask yours was wearing, and like Thornton's overall war, do they all have them?
All our Orvilles. It is mark of their station. But don't worry, he won't harm you unless I allow
I wasn't planning on angering him, was he?
it. It is good to know that we are going to be the best I like to see my enemies, well, those who aren't my enemies, are my friends. As you see, his green eyes sparkle.
We don't know this person at all.
Does anyone else want to go in the coach now?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, so I was just holding
Thank God for that!
Oh, hello, Alistair.
Please let someone else get in the
I
coach.
don't want to interrupt, but here you go.
Yeah,
Tim gets in and everyone gets
he
pushed out
literally
the
was
other
not
side.
paying attention. I get in. Whoop! No.
How much of that description is visible from outside the coach?
Only, as I say, the legs and the boots.
Oh, I can honestly say you're not what I expected.
Nobody ever expects me, Alistair. I'm what you'd call a special operative. I'm here to deal with the jobs that are so foolishly bungled by those who are coming before. Thornton was a fool. Thornton thought she would make a good idea to make her Orville her past lover. I prefer not to have such an emotional attachment to my Orville. He is a dog's body and a dutiful servant, nothing more.
That is not a simple dog's body. I can tell you that.
Oh no, of course not. I'm not saying he is simple. I'm saying that our relationship is simple. Why would I have a relationship with the person who works under me?
I haven't looked into it that way.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad it's your preference.
Go
Maybe
away.
sometime you could show me.
That not something that
I would love to know your preference.
What is everyone thinking talking about me when I just say it's a general statement? I mean, as a personal preference, it could be anyone's.
Oh, it's alright, darling. I just love it when I get people flustered.
That might be in my textbook.
It's quite easy to fluster him.
Is
Oh, I definitely believe
why
that.
the necessary point in bringing over?
Oh, he's figured it out for himself.
Call me a smart individual if you like. It doesn't make much difference to me.
I mean, he knew your name. He knew my name before he stepped in the coach.
I assume it's part of their network. I don't know, whatever, to know who.
We are
Who is
well
it?
informed,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Is it just a general, like, part of the job to be unsettling to people?
Well, if we were approachable to everyone who spoke to us, what kind of secretive organisation would we be?
I want to say that out loud.
Yeah, you did.
Poor little flustered boy. You just don't know.
What are your orcs doing at the moment?
The orcs are just carrying on with their construction. They're like, okay, sure.
Okay.
Can I meanwhile have a look at the crest that's on the side of the coach, the sneaky
Oh no, it was on the back
Oh, was it on the
Orville's cloak.
Oh. Can I meanwhile have a look at the crest on the
Of
back
course you can.
Orville's cloak, the dagger and snake, and just compare it to a dagger like thing I have on a strip of cloth, just to see if it
Looks
matches up.
familiar. Looks pretty similar. Again, you don't have the snake hilt, but
Yeah, but
you do see the dagger.
okay.
It does seem very similar.
What do you want? What are you looking at me like that for?
I was just seeing if you knew where this symbol was from.
Oh. Yeah, it's, I got given that by the master. I like it very stylish.
Doesn't
Just-
have, mine doesn't have the snake on it though. Yours must be much better.
Well-
Where did you get it?
Well, of course, everybody from Zentrum knows about that. Everybody from Zentrum gets one of these.
You've all got the snake.
Yeah. I mean, it's in Zentrum. Don't you know that?
Oh, I was just admiring it.
Oh, I never said too much.
Too.
Sorry, master.
Excuse me a second. What was that, Orville?
I'm so sorry.
For what?
I may have given the word name of the organization to this person.
You just outright saying.
Oh. Well, Orville, that's all right. They were going to learn soon enough. They're all so smart.
Learn what?
I look down at my
He's
chest.
really good at arm wrestling. He's really good at arm wrestling.
Oh, don't I know it? Why would
Do
he
you
be
have
my
any
dog
more
body if he
context
was?
of that? I don't remember that.
That's the body of a
Tim,
dog.
tell me.
It was
How strong are you?
soft
I understand
doing
that you
stuff.
snapped one of his arms. I could feel that breakage from here.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Do you mind if I? He gestures for you to reach out your arm.
What do you want to do?
I'm curious.
I hold up for a
And
high five.
He grabs hold of your hand, like at the thumb, and then just looks down at it. Just like, fascinating. He runs his claws down your arm, and then back up it.
Is he doing any...
Just if you're thinking about it,
Like silken skin.
if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't look good on a plinth.
Why on earth would I do that? For such a glorious specimen as yourself.
Then that's okay.
He is glorious, isn't he?
Oh, don't I just know it? Having just met the creature, I can clearly tell.
We're
The
being very
creature's
flattering of
called
each
Ken.
other here, aren't we? Just love your hair.
Oh, I like to slick back my hair whenever I can, Zyph.
I like your horns.
Oh, yes. I was born with them. Same as your shell, which is glorious, I must say.
I have to get mine. I had to get my horns from somewhere else.
Oh.
He gets his shell waxed.
Well, it's all right. What we can't get ourselves, we have to compensate.
Yeah, that checks out.
Does it? Right,
As he
going back up
leans
to the
back
coach.
and-
Yeah, no, he doesn't know what compensate
Are we all
means.
getting on the coach now? Or?
I'm going back
No,
up to the
I'm-
coach.
I'm not in the coach.
It's quite a big coach. Literally, all you could see of him was the legs as he sat back.
Tim has stood full height, no problem.
I'm not.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
I'm
window
not in
like,
the
"Ooh,
coach."
Let me check your arm.
So yeah.
What? Yeah. The horses calm down, or are they still looking a little bit uncomfortable?
They're calmer now that the proboscis has gone away.
Right.
Aren't we all?
You're not wrong.
So now we have all the pleasantries out of the way.
Oh, I love pleasantries. Don't you want to share some more?
Went straight to the point. and all like, evidently not.
Generally, just because
I
we're
will
further-
show my
I
broken
would-
heart survive. Easy enough.
What?
It's all right. I cast mending on myself. Oh, fixed already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like you more than I like Lady Thorns.
Everybody likes me more than Lady Thorns and Fiona. Trust me there.
I genuinely, no, as Sheila, I do generally say.
The boys
A
are
humble
sure.
brag is still a brag that is can't. It can still be
I'm not
true.
there, I'm not there.
No, you're not there.
Hey, Grenwill, come over here. I want to share witticisms with you.
I just walked off. Bad timing. I lost everyone.
Okay, and ask your questions, Alistair. I'm so curious what you want to know.
Okay. What are you doing here? What do you want? What do you need? What is your general goal?
Oh, what do I need?
Generally,
I
just, I was just
need
saying, what
lots
do you
of things, but one of
what do
them
you-
would definitely be a well-perfumed bath. But I'm not going to get that
Definitely
until
not
I've
for
got
me.
this place.
I look at Zai.
You're not my type. I
Neither
will
are you.
definitely have fun
Oh,
messing with
they're
you,
just
but
looking
you're
at my
definitely not my type. No, I would love a perfect perfume bath, but I'm not going to get one until this place is built. And well, these thugs, they are not exactly working up to speed. I would love it if somebody could ask them, perhaps, why they haven't got the job done that I asked them to do. And they said they'd get done in 2 days, and they simply haven't. Now, I'm very curious why. Could you possibly ask them for me, if you dare?
Why do you want him to
Not
ask them
really.
for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
any
you
of you
not
can
ask them
ask. Don't
yourself?
get me wrong. Why, in fact, he holds a diamond. I can pay you.
Oh shit.
He moves his other hand. The diamond is gone.
How much that's
Do I
5 diamonds between his fingers.
Oh shit.
do
I'm
I
can pay you.
do I
Quite
see any
handsomely. Not as handsome as myself, but I can pay you handsomely.
do I see any sleight of hand trickery, or does it look like
You're outside the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like looking in.
You're like,
Yeah, we're just
I assume
looking
I'm-
at
roll me a perception with disadvantage because you can only see from one perspective.
Are the diamonds visible
Yeah.
to anyone outside the carriage?
13.
You can't tell. You're not in the
Yeah.
in the coach.
13.
I
You
can't
can't
see
quite
through
make
the
out the sleight of hand.
Just. Sorry.
I mean,
As he closes his fingers, the diamonds disappear.
Just from a general look, how much are they worth from the look?
Oh, you'd have to roll me a perception for that one. Oh no, investigation.
I put all the dice in here. That was pointless.
I
I
got
wondered
the dice,
when
the
I
dice.
saw you doing
Oh,
it.
that's
Dice.
caught on a 15.
Sucks.
It's 15 again.
Hey!
Hey,
That's a
what?
22.
Fucking gammy one.
Okay. Well, from what you could tell of the
Wait, what was that? Sorry,
dance,
perception?
It was a four.
Or investigation.
Investigation.
from what you could tell of the dance, they seem by about their size and cut about worth 200 gold each. From your guess, but now they're gone, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
Nah, that'll be fine.
Looking so closely at my hand, Alistair, trust me, I get it perfectly manicured. I could teach you a thing or two about hygiene. But I'm sure most of us
Speaking
could.
of-
Oh, I'm terrible.
Scythe decides to enter the coach with
Oh,
all of her
hello.
surrounding stench, apparently.
Oh, hello, Zai.
It's been how long
Yeah,
has it,
yeah,
how long's it been?
Thank
now?
you to bringing down the
6
tone.
days!
Zyph has not washed for 6 days.
To be fair, most of you haven't watched the last 2 days because we've been travelling.
Yeah, but
And
Lovely to
You
see
already
you, Zai. Thank you for
You
bringing
know
down
what?
the
That's
tone.
just about.
All I can say is the perfume is working double right
I'll leave.
good. So, what are the Zentrum doing playing around with necromancers like Cost?
now.
Sounds lots of words I don't
Cost?
like.
I don't know anything about cost, except for the cost of what I can pay you. I'm merely here
Pay us
to
for
answer
what?
the situation. Oh, that's right. You weren't here when I offered the job. Shula, would you be a dear and tell her?
She wants us to ask the orcs why they come.
I'm sorry, what did you call me?
He. Sorry. Because it sounds like Lady Thorn. The voice.
Oh, you offend me.
No, that was our
Lady
character.
Thornton.
He wants us to
Why,
come and
am I
ask
just
the orcs
out all
why
day
they haven't
now?
finished the job yet.
We can do that.
I'm sorry, I sent an apology for it all.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, you are so forgiven. You are completely forgiven, Shula.
I mean,
can't say
Shula was the
mad
first
at you.
person that got in the fucking.
Oh, I can't possibly say mad at you, you courageous thing.
I'm going to probably last
Let's check. These people have all walked in the coach. Are they still
Mate, he
visible
works
to
on
me now
flattery,
they're
he does.
inside the coach?
Yes, but all you can see is their legs as they've sat down.
Right.
I was just curious what the Zentrum were doing, associating with
I
the
have no
Cost.
idea what the Zentra are doing in regards to the costs. They're an important family. I thought they stayed out of such things. All I know is I'm serving the job of what Thornton failed to do.
That the Zentrum asked her to do.
Yes, that's true. Zentrum did ask her to, but let's just say they don't micromanage and they don't like her methods. They didn't garner results. They sent me in because I do.
What are your methods?
My methods? Well, let's just say Thornton liked to use the stick. Big diamond. I prefer the carrot.
you've got carrots.
20 carats, to be precise.
He's got 20
Precise,
carrots.
And this is just for asking some orcs.
Oh, no, I'm not paying you this. It disappears. For asking those orcs, I'm offering you. And holds up.
Alright.
Why? Mate.
Holds up a diamond. Oh, no. Well, that went wrong. Holds up a diamond. Oh, this size. I could pay you for this. And you ask them. I would so appreciate it. I want my building built. I want to be able to help Bath. It would be so nice. I've been in these clothes for a day.
Usually we get more than one thing for payment, but there's only one of those.
But Tim, I'm only asking you to have a simple conversation. You can have a simple conversation, can't you?
We can have a simple conversation.
I edge close to the door
It's
and try and hear
simply-
what's going on. It's been a while now.
It's
No
simply
one's
a
come
minor
back.
incentive. I would appreciate it if you could talk to them, and I just thought it might be
Good.
might incentivize you to do me a favour if I offered you a small bit of compensation for your time, as I know your time is
Is this
so
one
valuable.
bigger than a normal one?
I don't know.
Because usually we get like 2 or 3 or more shiny things.
Right.
And that's
We'll get back
It's,
to
it's,
that.
it's worth more than the gold
I'm having
coins.
way too much fun.
Okay.
Than a gold coin.
Dangerous
Okay, I
fun.
get it.
It's worth lots of gold coins.
Okay, I get it.
Dangerous
I
right
think.
now.
I know you're having fun.
Seriously, stop talking about
Never. If you're going to talk to that character, it talks back.
Yeah, but he's not around. God, that's confusing.
It's very confusing.
Sure.
I'm doing half bits
Oh,
of conversation
sure.
with today.
Throws the Diamond that you catch, no problem. Thank you. I do appreciate it. By the way, Alistair's already gone ahead and done it. If you could be a dear and give him the diamond, I'd appreciate that.
Sure.
Did you sneak out the coat?
He thinks he's snuck out. That's so cute.
Oh, I didn't sneak out. I was just went. Sure.
I have no idea why
Payment
you
is
walked
due on
on.
services
Just
rendered.
walked on.
I'll pass it on.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Could I also ask?
Oh,
This-
go ahead.
This sigil, it's like something that was on your Orville's.
Well, it makes sense if all of them was like the Zentrum logo.
Who are the Zentrum?
Oh, well, we can't give away that.
And what do they do then?
We're here to make sure things happen how they're meant to happen.
Who decides how they're meant to happen?
Those who pay the best. They're the most important, you know that. After all, you work for those who paid more.
True, now you're paying.
That I am. And if you keep doing my jobs, I'll keep paying you handsomely. One day, you might even get paid so handsomely as mine looks. That's quite a hefty sum, as we all know.
I don't say anything. I just leave.
Bye.
Asta.
Oh, you're still here, Shula. Can I help you?
You'll wait for that. I've been gone for a while. This chat's where this happens, then that will probably
What
happen.
do you
Do you have
know?
any conversation?
What do you know of the black spider?
To my knowledge, the black spider is an irritant. I understand that you had glass out in your possession, did you not?
Yes.
Now let me ask you a question. Why is he alive? I am aware that Thornton offered you quite a hefty sum, and I would even say that of her, the screaming bitch. But even I know that she offered you quite the handsome reward to pay to kill Glassar. Now, if I understand correctly, she paid in advance.
You can have what she paid me. It's not going to go
Just give us
very
half
far.
or something.
You get paid.
We didn't get the full amount because we said it was optional.
No, you got paid the store credit.
But we were only.
We got things from her.
And the store burnt down. So
So it's nothing.
Dagger blew up.
He's no longer smiling.
Who has left the count?
I've gone up
Okay.
to Alistair. 'Cause
You okay? The point is to know.
We'll get to that conversation.
You go.
We've left you alone in there.
no,
I'm still-
Yes,
I'm still
yes,
stood by
you
the-
have.
I'm still by the
Shoot
window.
us. Rude, mate.
Just by the door.
I'm still by the window.
Okay.
You should mention a worthless stalker.
How high up is the
We-
step to get in?
May not.
Oh, okay.
Oh god. we're all
Yeah.
gonna
Can I
have a-
reach the
have a
step
go.
to get in, or do I want to
Yeah,
hand up?
you can step up.
Okay, I'll step up onto the edge.
It's just grim.
Okay, so
So I
can
can
go
sort of see
a little
better
bit.
inside. Yeah. I'll use Tim's ankle
Yeah.
as support and just leave it.
You see a very glamorous looking individual, purple horns, bangs, green eyes, a purple, green and gold trimmed robe.
Quick aside, do I know what kind of creature they are?
Oh yeah, everybody knows what a tiefling is.
No, but do I?
Yes, you know what a tiefling is. You've had dealings with tieflings. If you lived, you've
Yes.
seen a tiefling.
Yeah.
They are rare, they're not as common as say humans and elves and dwarves, but they're not so rare as you'll never see one.
Sure.
He tries very hard not to react to tiefling.
Hello, Vagabond.
You know.
I'm
Wheel
my
fading as he goes.
my appearance often leaves people speechless. Don't take it personally.
I won't.
Oh dear, you are struggling with the size of me, aren't you?
Just, you don't usually bring good news at all.
What do you mean I've never met you before.
You know what I mean.
You heard what the black spider said, and they're saying you'd be safe as people in Malta.
Well,
I'm simply trying to get the job done that Thornton started and bungled up so messily.
It's alright, glass staff may be
Staying
dead
alive.
soon enough.
Oh really? Is that a promise?
Not by us.
Oh.
your staff is not supposed to die.
Oh, well, I wanted to make sure that person gets paid then. Oh dear.
What's this about killing Glassstaff?
What person?
We want Glassstaff gone because we want the Black Spider removed.
Do you still need Glassstaff alive?
Like a leech plucked.
I don't know whether we need Glassstaff alive, but it might be helpful to
Done.
have the black spider alive.
If I see him.
He's dead.
Who said that?
Just to myself, Phil, and anyway. We're just the same mental connection.
Oh, is that a promise, Tim? Oh, please, tell me it's a promise.
Sure.
Oh, good to me.
Black spider.
I've only just mentioned already you're my favourite person.
I don't think you did say that.
Hmm?
Did you say that?
What?
That I was your favourite person?
I just said it now.
Oh.
Your boy loses his
I mean-
grip and just falls off the couch. He's shaking too much, he can't keep
Just
up.
Bazooka Jane. What?
Oh, that's nice. of you.
Oh dear. If you please kill Glassstaff, I would truly appreciate that.
Sure. I mean, if I see him.
Tim, we don't even know where he is.
Well, I said if I
have
see him.
faith in you. I'm sure between you and Tim, you could find this Glassstaff.
I had this amazing feeling that we might run into him again
Makes
somehow.
you so sure.
I'm confident because I already paid you.
Did he pay us?
My head appears.
My head's spinning right now.
Gaboin's head is now like he just sat up.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
I feel like you're in the back pocket now.
What are you trying to roll insight about?
13. Already paying us. Or did he? And what?
Yes. He said he was doing the jobs at Thornton, and Thornton did pay you.
Okay, so that's what he means by that. Right.
Okay, Gaboin's
He doesn't mean. He doesn't
Tim
mean.
put slightly two and two together.
Say,
on that
I
one.
think at this point my payment is null and void.
What you did with the payment is your choice, but we still paid you. And payment is due upon services rendered. So, render my services, please.
Find and it'll be done.
Thank you. I do so appreciate that. I do hope that we can still be friends. I don't want to have to send Orville to come find you, because nobody would be happy with that. He becomes such an ugly brute when he has to do that. And I don't like it. I really don't.
Yeah, what is he?
Something that I had worked very hard to acquire.
Is he reading?
He can read. Badly, but he can.
Okay. I just sit there quietly again. Waiting.
He's just surveying you, just like, wow, fascinating.
Thanks.
Tim just going.
Thanks.
Just reach forward, curtain falls. Not on you.
Because my face is poking through the window.
Oh, that's true.
Just stops on my face and then slowly.
Oh, no.
And then I
Still on my own.
sneeze.
Gesundheit.
What does that mean?
Is there any other questions you have, Shula? I must be forthcoming after all. If we're going to be friends, we have to be forthcoming with each other. Don't we? I've already made friends with everybody else.
Where are the cameras?
Something's viewed.
Double check the bid.
What's it saying?
Ultimate recording.
Oh, we just saw.
Yeah.
Not when it's done.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
As we fade to black as the curtain covers
Well, in that
Tim's
case,
face,
I
I
think
guess.
here's a moment where we should stop for the episode, as unfortunately we have had a little bit of technical troubles. Hooray!
I know, that means we're starting in the
How much time is that one?
You're
I'm
starting
just
in the
sat with
cave.
my head
That one's still
resting on the
recording.
step of the
That
couch.
one's still recording, so that's all good. We should probably stop at that.
Leo, I'm scared now.
Right, let's wrap up.
Yeah, let's wrap up at the moment. Again, thank you all for watching. Once again, another episode of Too Many 20's. I think we all had plenty of fun with this. We definitely met a couple of people that I'm not sure if every adventurer is happy that they quite met. But at the same time, we've all had some fun. Hope you have fun too. And remember, keep rolling.